Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariyana Byers. For those of you who are watching my channel for the first time, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe. Quick disclaimer, my hair is wet, so that's why it looks a little jerry curlish. So guys, today, speaking of weave, I wanted to do a video on a topic that you guys might think it's funny, but to me, I am very passionate about this. And the topic is weave hygiene. We gotta take care of our weave, ladies. I just have been disappointed by, some of the weaves I've seen lately, and it's summertime, it's hot. You gotta keep your weave up. Like, you can't just put a weave in and say, oh, okay, I'm just gonna wear it and, let it take care of itself. No. So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you guys 5 tips on taking care of your weave and keeping your weave hygiene up, y'all, because this is important. This is important. Alright guys, so the first tip, this should be like very common sense, but it's really not to some people, and it is washing your weave. I believe in washing my weave every single week, because when you wear weave and if you're putting products in it, if the hair is getting oil in it or any type of greasy product, those products are going to start weighing your hair down, especially if you have straight hair, and your hair is going to start looking greasy and nasty, and that is not cute. Do y'all hear me? That is not cute. Whenever you don't wash it, that's whenever it becomes stiff. Like, a good sign to tell if somebody's weave is clean is if it moves. If your hair moves, especially whenever people having straight hair, if your weave moves and it looks like it's alive, like it's living its best life, then you know it's clean. But if you get in the mirror and you start shaking and that weave start, like trying to get over your shoulder but it really can't, that's when you got a problem. Wash your weave. If it's stiff, don't be trying to sling it. No, put it in a bun until you can get home. Get you some soap, some water, some shampoo, conditioner. Wash that stuff, let it dry, and then swing, honey. You can't slay with dirty hair. You cannot. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Alright guys, so the second tip that I want to give you guys is to make sure when you wash your hair that you always dry your roots. Okay, so if you go swimming with your sew-in in, or you decide to wash like your whole head whenever you have your sew-in in, make sure that before you leave that bathroom, you get you a blow dryer and you separate those tracks and you dry your scalp, because if you don't, it will start to stink. It is important to make sure that you wash your scalp though. Don't forget that part. Like, make sure that whenever you wash it, you're scrubbing your scalp and you're getting all the dirt off and you're rinsing it with the water. But if you just let it air dry, you're defeating the purpose, because underneath your weave, your hair can't breathe a whole lot like it can whenever it's out. And whenever you don't dry it, you're leaving this breeding ground for like mold and bacteria to just cultivate in this wet, dark, damp area called your scalp whenever you got a weave in your hair, and that is just not good. So make sure you keep your scalp dry. Like I said, all you have to do is get you a blow dryer, separate your tracks, and just make sure that you're blowing your scalp dry so that way it doesn't start to stink. And make sure that you're washing it too, because in the summer, like if your head is sweating a lot, like if you're a person who sweats a lot in your head, make sure that you're washing your scalp, because that can start to stink. You just want to keep your scalp fresh. Hygiene tip number 3 is to make sure you use a heat protectant whenever you straighten your hair, because if you've worn weave or you've been around people who wear weave, you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about whenever I mention this. You know how sometimes people straighten their weave and they straighten it on like 450 or something like that, and it leaves this burnt smell in their hair that just smells like death. It smells terrible. It don't matter how much perfume they spray on, it don't go away. That smell is just always there. You don't want that. That is not good hygiene. It's a smell. It's disgusting. So make sure whenever you straighten your hair that you use a heat protectant to protect your hair. Also make sure that you're not straightening it on a super high temperature. Put it on medium, get you some heat protectant, spray that on it, and flat iron it a couple times and let it go. Because I'm telling you, y'all, that burnt smell, when I smell that, I'm just like, honey, you did not have to burn that hair like that. Like, you did not have to do that. It's not necessary, and it does not smell good. Like, that smell can just take over your whole body. Like I said, it don't matter how much lotion or spray you put on, that stuff, it just stinks. Don't walk around with burnt weave, okay? That's just as bad as the wet scalp and everything. make sure you don't walk around with burnt weave. Use heat protected. Okay guys, so this is something that I have to stay on myself about because I'm bad at not doing this, but it's just keeping the little things about your weave intact. So what I mean by that is like your edges, your leave out, your kitchen if you have your hair in a ponytail. Like with me, I'm bad about wearing my wig and not slicking my edges sometimes. And I'm not saying you have to have your edges slicked all the time, but sometimes when your edges are a different texture from your weave, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look neat. It just looks bad. If you have leave out, make sure at night you're tying it down. If you don't want to straighten it every day, that's fine. Put you a roller in, something, so that way in the morning when you take it out, it matches the rest of your hair. Because I have seen people, and myself, I will talk about myself, I have made myself some bomb wigs and I have worn them, but if I didn't have the little things intact, like my edges, it just didn't look good, you know. It just didn't look good. It looked messy. So make sure you do that. Also, if you have a ponytail, you wearing your weave in a ponytail, make sure your kitchen is slicked, you know. Make sure you're brushing it. Make sure you don't have no BBs back there, and it's not like silky Malaysian hair at the top in a ponytail, and then you know, I'm not even gonna say what I was just thinking, but you know, just your hair rolled up in the back. If you got natural hair like me, you know what I'm talking about. Just keep the little things intact. Make sure everything looks neat. If you had to put concealer on your closure, do that. If you have to make sure your closure is lined up where it's supposed to be, do that. But just keep the little things intact. Alright guys, so last but most certainly not least, this actually should have been number one. Know when to take your weave out, okay? If your weave has had it and it has seen its best days and they have gone away, and it is time for that weave to go on to glory, let it go, honey. Don't try to hold on to no hair. If it's curly hair and it's all matted up and all tangled and it's in an afro, let it go. If it's straight hair and it's shedding all over the place, you done burnt it, you done dyed the mess out of it, it just don't look right, let it go. Know when to let hair go. Like, don't try to just keep it, or if you need to just get it reinstalled, just get it reinstalled. If the hair's still good but the sew-in looking mess, it's fine. Just go ahead, take the hair out, don't cut the tracks. Do y'all know about that? Take the weave out, don't cut the tracks, and take them back to whoever did your hair and say, hey, this is some good hair, it's still in perfect condition, can you put it back in my head? Like, do what you have to do, but make sure that you know when it's time for that weave to go. And I know it's hard. I have had some good hair that I really enjoy wearing, and I didn't want to take it out, and I fought for that hair. Like, I tried to wear it and I tried to make it work, but hair don't last forever. Like, you have to buy new hair. Hold on, wait until this train passes by. I'll be right back. Yes, so just know when to take the weave out, guys. I am like adjusting my lighting throughout this whole video, so I hope it's not bothering you guys. But that is all of my tips, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am just so passionate about having well kept weave. Like, just keep your weave together, girl, myself included. Like I said, I'm working on it too. But if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that. Click the subscribe button down below. Make sure you also click the notification button so you know when I post a video. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to add a weave hygiene tip, make sure you comment them down below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say, or just comment hello, whatever. I just want to talk to you guys more and get to know everybody a little bit better. So thanks so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.